Thank you, Leon. I do have a shit-eating grin on my face because I don't remember the last time I had a night like this. It's really, really a tremendous experience when you have two of your fighters perform the way Kermit and Berto did tonight. You know, I've been a fan of Kermit Cintron's long before I promoted him, and you know, he's a tremendous puncher, he's a tremendous athlete, but I've sort of been waiting for that night that he was going to put it all together. And tonight was that night he put it all together. Say a few words, man. This is your night, bro.
First of all, I want to thank Luke DeBella, Darius Shaw, and Angolo's team for giving me this opportunity. It was an opportunity that I couldn't pass. You know, I had 8 weeks of hell in training camp. I want to thank Brian, Ronnie, and Creed, and Josh for freaking sending me down to hell. It was a great camp for me, and I left camp, you know, 110% ready for this fight. They did a hell of a job. I mean, you know, I think that I proved myself that I can be one of the top fighters in any of the 147 or 154 division, and you know, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my team.
Ron?
I believe I was asking earlier, and that's the 2 losses that Kermit has on his record. Do you believe it should be asterisk at this point because those 2 losses were to Antonio Margarito, and should those 2 losses be put into another category based on what's happened?
Well, the 2 fights with Margarito, I mean, you know, the past is the past. You know, all I can really say is that I'm just looking forward to the future, and that started with this fight that I just had. And so, Margarito, I don't give a shit about Margarito right now, to be honest with you. I just want to just continue with my career and I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm sure my team and my family is as well.
I think he has the right attitude that he has to have. It's in the past. What happened, happened. But Tony Margarito cheated. He's a cheater, and he cheated in a way that can hurt, seriously harm the health of guys he should have total respect for, his opponents, fellow fighters. So, shame on him.
I got one question. With the win tonight, does it make more sense to go for that rematch with Martinez or to reposition Kermit back at 47?
I'll answer that question. I'm a little bit of a weird situation because I promote both guys, but I'll say this: it's not necessarily the case that rematch is going to happen. We're going to look at all options, and at this stage of Kerm's career, we're going to go for the biggest opportunity. And if there's a bigger opportunity than Sergio, then I'm going to put Kermit in that fight.
We had the ability to take this fight without giving up our world title, win or lose. And whenever you get that opportunity to take a challenge and to get paid well for that challenge, you do so. So I think we've showed that we could fight anybody in the world at 40 or 47, but he's probably a dominant 40-pounder and not such a big 47-pounder. So right now, even though we lost to maybe as good 147-pounder, certainly one of the great young fighters in the sport today, and Lou, you know now you're in a position to really make a few shekels. We're still the 140-pound world champion, and so that's a blessing, and we now get to defend our title as world champion. And basically we put another check in the bank so that Juan could support his family. So I think Juan acquitted himself well. I think he's every fight with Evangelisto. He's improving as a fighter. Berto fought a smart fight. He hit and he held, and he hit and he held. And Juan did everything he could to run him out of the ring, but he just couldn't. And he acquitted himself well, and I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about. So without further ado, I'd like him to say a few words. Still the 140-pound champion of the world, Juan Urango.
Y ya ustedes han visto que no es el mismo Urango de hace años atrás, gracias a mi equipo Evangelista, que es un buen entrenador y me ha dado el apoyo y su respeto, el respeto mío también, y hicimos un trabajo que fue lo más importante.
For those that know me and that have followed me, you know I'm not even close to the type of fighter I was a couple of years ago. And without further ado, that credit deserves to the trainer I have next to me, Evangelist Dakota.
Juan Urango, ¿cómo estás? Felicitaciones por esta gran pelea que tuviste. ¿Y tú crees que si Andrés Berto no hubiese corrido tanto en el ring y se fuera peleado contigo como sabemos que tú peleas, quizás la pelea hubiera sido diferente?
Translate the question.
Do you think the results would have been a little different if Andre Berto would have stepped into the ring today and not run as much as he did and stand toe-to-toe with you and fought the way you know how to fight and the way you usually throw blows?
Pues bueno, es como todo, yo soy un 140, no 140, no 147, pero se me dio la oportunidad, hicimos el trabajo, que es lo más importante y nada, y ya de para adelante.
I feel that I'm the champion at 140 pounds. I had an opportunity, a great opportunity to fight a great champion, and the plan that we set out to establish was executed, and that's just the way I look at things right now.
Bueno, no sé, de pronto va a 135.
Oh, right now, the way I'm keeping up with myself, I can even go down to 135.
Is Randall Bailey the next opponent for Juan?
Randall Bailey is our mandatory. Is he the next opponent for Juan? It depends on the opportunities to present ourselves, because we did not use up an exception. We have a right to apply to the IBF for an exception if a better opportunity than Randall Bailey presents itself.
You know, there was just a question someone asked about, you know, I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something along the lines of, like, the guy, you know, Berto kept moving and you didn't fight your fight. You're right, because we wanted to win the fight, and that's what he did convincingly by boxing. And we knew that this was not an easy fight, that Urango was going to keep coming. And frankly, Urango did exactly what we expected him to do. He never stopped coming. He threw a lot of punches. He kept following Berto around, but he got outboxed by a faster and more talented man. I thought this was a very good night for. I thought this was a very good night for Berto. One thing we believe in Team Berto is that Andre is a work in progress, and we believe he is one of the very best young fighters in the world. He's a true champion, but he's not as good as he's going to be. But nights like tonight are what you learn from. Like nights like Palazzo are what you learn from. And I think every time out now you're going to see a better Andre Berto. So I'm going to hand the microphone over to the welterweight champion of the world.
Oh!
I mean, just our main thing tonight was to pretty much just execute our game plan. Everybody knows I can pretty much stand there and bang and you know, just do those things like that. But I wanted to try to work on a different strategy. You know, me and my coach worked on. I just wanted just to show everybody I was really just pretty much just all around. Yeah, I can box, I can bang. I can pretty much just just bring it however they want me to bring it. So it's just basically just to showcase my boxing skills a little bit. And it wasn't my normal, exciting, just go out and smash a guy type fight, but but it's definitely it's like his learning process for me. And I switched it up, and I think I made it look great out there tonight. And with every fight is going to be probably a different strategy. I mean, just the main thing is just basically just to show I can do pretty much. It's pretty much everything in there. I can move, I can box, I can stand there and bang.
Andre, congratulations on the win. The hand speed was amazing, but it looked like you didn't throw as many combinations as normal. Was that more attributable to Urango's defense, or was
it was just the main thing. I mean, in camp, that's what we worked on. Probably just throwing like 2 shots and getting out of there, because we know that he likes to just swing big shots. If you stand there too long, he might catch you with something crazy. So I mean, it was just our main thing, just to throw like just 2-punch combinations, maybe 3 if we can get get off with it. And just turn, because as you can see, every time I threw 1 shot, he came with a right hook or left hook, and I dodged it under and kept turning it. So
He fought. I think he fought a very, very smart fight tonight against a guy that had absolutely nothing to lose.
Definitely.
So Juan was in there with nothing to lose, winging crazy shots, coming forward the whole time, and I thought you saw a young fighter fight a very intelligent fight.